I feel sorry for your parents. How can you be so old and have parents to take care of you? Why don't you work? What? Me? That's right. You are an unemployed high school graduate. You're old and you're still living on your parents' dime. How can you live like that without any shame? How can you call me an unemployed high school graduate? It's true that I'm a high school graduate, but I'm working. I'm not unemployed. You shouldn't stay at home and take advantage of your parents. You chose to be a high school graduate, but you keep complaining that you can't get a job because of your education. You deserve it. Excuse me, Anna. I think you got it all wrong. I didn't choose to only graduate from high school. My parents told me not to go to university, so I gave up. But I'm working hard as a high school graduate. Don't lie to me all the time. Your parents told me how much of a scumbag you are. What? You gave up on higher education because you didn't like studying. But no one would hire you because you graduated from high school, so you worked part-time. And finally, you stopped working and became unemployed. You are enjoying your life as a parasite, chewing on your parents' back every day. What? Did my parents tell you all that? That's right. They're worried about what'll happen after they're gone. They were crying and asking me for advice. It's very wrong to make your parents sad. That's not true, Anna. Will you listen to me for a minute? I don't deserve to hear from an unemployed high school graduate. I hate people like you who are at the bottom of the pile. If you don't work, I'll consider cutting ties with you. What? I don't want to cut ties with my brother and you. I don't want you to be a burden to me in the future. If you don't like it, then get a job and be independent. Hey, Mom, what in the world did you tell Anna? I chose to only graduate from high school myself. A parasite who doesn't work or take care of the house. How dare you tell such a lie to my brother's wife? What? How do you know that? Anna called me to scold me. She told me to get a good job and stop bothering my parents. I'm working and helping my parents. I'm not bothering you. I'm supporting my mother and father now. What the hell is this? Oh no, don't get so mad at me. We're all in different positions. We had to do what we had to do. What? You have to understand our position as parents too. It's great that my son Josh got married. His wife Anna's parents are a couple of respectful doctors. I can't tell them that our company went bankrupt. You are as vain as ever. You want to play the role of a couple of CEOs to compete with their parents, even though our company went bankrupt a long time ago. This is for Josh's sake too. Josh will lose his position as a husband if they notice our company has gone bankrupt. You're trying to sound like something, but you can't cover it up. In the end, you're just too proud and vain for your own good. It's your fault I only graduated from high school, and how dare you say I made my own choice? Our fault? Because the company went bankrupt and you took the liberty of putting my tuition money into the company's operating fund. That's why I couldn't go to university. What are you talking about? You're the one who said you wouldn't go to university. You gave me the money to go to school to support the company. You almost forced me to do it. A girl doesn't need an education. She doesn't need to go to university. Every day you and Dad would betray me. You two were angry at me and said, "You only think about yourself instead of your family's life." Even if I wanted to go to university, I had no choice but to give up on my education. Oh, did we say that? I don't remember anything. In the end, I didn't go to university as my parents wanted me to. And then my father told me to go work for him. So I work for a much lower salary than the other employees. You basically took all of my salary to add it to the family budget. That's a terrible word for choice. No matter how old you are, if you work, you're a member of society. You are a working adult living at home. You deserve to pay your own living expenses. That's why I saved money and tried to move out of the house. I wanted to leave my parents and start my own business. But then the company went bankrupt. You and Dad came crying to me, so I stayed at home. It was really tough at that time. We managed to do our best, but we couldn't resist the wave of the recession. Just when Josh was about to enter college, the company went bankrupt. If it weren't for your earnings, our family would have been separated long ago. If you're so grateful to me, why are you lying? Why don't you just tell her that your business went bankrupt? Why don't you just tell them that I'm the one supporting the family now? Well, I really want to tell them, but it's for Josh's sake. There shouldn't be a gap between husband and wives, and there shouldn't be a gap between the parents. So just go along with our lies, okay? Huh? I'm grateful to you in my heart, but please pretend to be an unemployed high school graduate in front of Anna. Amanda, I've just taken your stuff out of the house. Please take this somewhere else today. You can't live in this house anymore. What the hell is going on? Why can't I live at home? Because I can't stand to see your pitiful parents anymore. From now on, your brother and I will live with your parents. So you, an unemployed high school graduate, will have to move out today. What? I warned you, didn't I? I told you to get a real job. I told you to stop bothering your parents. And yet you're still living like a parasite and not looking for a job. So I'm going to have to force it. You can't be serious, and you took my stuff out of the house without my permission? I can't believe this. Your parents are very happy. They're happy to get rid of the unemployed middle-aged daughter. What? In return, your brother and his wife will stay with them. Of course they'll be happy to get rid of you. Josh works for a big company and I'm a perfect housewife. They really only care about themselves. And I've said it many times, but I'm working. And I have supported my family in my own way. But I never expected to be thrown away like this in the end. Please stop lying to me. There's no company that would hire a middle-aged, unemployed high school graduate. It's even more disgraceful to pretend that you're working to look good. You never listen to me, Anna. Though it's my mom who is the worst, because she's the one who's telling the lie. But you're pretty terrible for not listening to me too. I don't want to listen to a high school graduate. If I did, my ears would rot. What did you say? My parents are doctors and I'm their precious daughter. They love me and I have a husband who works for a big company. I'm not some high school graduate like you. I see. Whatever I say is not good enough because I'm a high school graduate, right? That's why you don't take me seriously. Go away, you embarrassing unemployed high school graduate bitch. Your parents are busy running their business. Your brother and I will take care of them from now on. Okay, please take good care of my unemployed parents. Huh? I'm pissed off about a lot of things, but I'm happy if I can leave. Now I can leave my vain, unemployed parents. Anna, please take care of my parents. Their company went bankrupt a long time ago, and they have no income or anything. I'll be relieved if you and my brother move in with them. That company went bankrupt? What? What do you mean unemployed? Of course the company's still there, right? I've never heard of such a thing as bankruptcy. They were desperately trying to hide it from you guys. Of course you've never heard of it. You hid it from us. Actually, my parents' company went bankrupt many years ago. It had always been a tough business to run. Finally, the recession hit and they were bankrupt. And now they rely on my earnings every day. My parents were 100% depending on me to provide for them. Huh? That's impossible. A bankruptcy? I just can't believe it. I know, my mom had been telling lies to you all along. There's no way you could believe me right away. Besides, you graduated from high school. There's no way you can support your parents like that. How can you support your parents if you're too stupid to go to only high school? I didn't fail to go to university because I'm stupid. I gave up university because of my parents. Because of your parents? At the time, their company was in financial trouble. Eventually, they spent all the money they had to pay for my higher education on running the company. Because of that, I couldn't even go to the university that had been recommended to me from school. But my younger brother Josh went on to higher education saying, "A man needs a good education." What? Is that so? And I helped out at my parents' company. But at the same time, I learned a lot about business. Now I'm running my own business, a small one. Thankfully, I made about $200,000 a year last year. $200,000? You make that much money? I didn't know you were running a company. That's why I've explained it to you so many times. I told you that I work hard. I told you over and over again to listen to me. Oh, but Anna, you believed everything my mother said. You didn't listen to me just because I graduated from high school. But I'm glad I could get out of my parents' house thanks to you. I didn't want to live my life being exploited by them anymore. From now on, please take care of them for me. Wait. I can't do that. I can't live with your parents whose company went bankrupt and who actually don't have a job. This is going to ruin everything I planned. I'm not moving in with them. I can't live with someone who doesn't have money. What? I thought living with them would give me more money to live on. I thought I'd be able to send more money to my parents. But their company went bankrupt and they're unemployed. What's the point of living together if they're unemployed? Anna, what's the whole point of living with my parents was to save money? And I didn't know you were sending money to your parents. What? What's wrong with saving money? Sending money to your parents is normal, isn't it? What's wrong with helping my parents who are struggling to make ends meet? What? Are your parents struggling to make ends meet too? I thought they were both doctors and earned quite a lot of money. Do doctors get paid unsurprisingly little? Oh! Or maybe they're not really doctors? How can that be? I mean, they wouldn't be like my parents who are so vain, right? How did you figure that out? How did you know that my parents aren't really doctors? How did you know I was lying? Amanda, you must be a detective. What? They're not really doctors? And what do you mean you're lying? Well, I mean, it's not like I lied, but I didn't have a choice. It's not like I told you my parents are doctors on purpose. Calm down and explain. Where did you start lying and why did you lie? Well, because I heard that Josh's parents run a company. I had no choice but to lie to him. I wanted a title that was more appropriate for him, so that I told him that my parents are doctors. They are both just part-timers at a supermarket. What? I thought that if he found out that my parents were part-timers, he would reject me and his parents would disapprove of our marriage. So I wanted to get married and somehow hide the truth about my parents. But then my parents started demanding money from me. They said, "It costs money to pretend to be doctors." And they asked for $500 a month. Well, that's a lot for you to deal with, isn't it? I can't believe you're being asked for money from your parents because of a lie you told us. So at first, I managed to send money by cheating on living expenses. But the demands got bigger and bigger. I was at my limit, so I came up with the idea of moving in with your parents. I thought if I lived with your parents, I could save on living expenses and send money back home. And to do that, you kicked out the high school graduate who was getting in the way. On the surface, it's a way to help my parents out of a daughter who sucks up her parents' money. But in reality, it was to save money to send money to your parents. But I can't believe your parents don't have a job. I was hoping I might even get an allowance. What's wrong with your parents? You've been lying to me this whole time. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Wait, how can you possibly say that? You lied about your parents being doctors for the sake of the family. My lies are forgiven because I had no choice. I lied because I didn't want my parents to be different. It was a lie born out of kindness to all of us. A lie is a lie no matter the reason. But it's all good now. It seems both our parents are in need of money, and there's no gap between us. From now on, we can live peacefully and openly. Well then, please take good care of my parents from now on. Come home, Amanda. I can't believe Anna lied to me. She said her parents are doctors. They're just part-timers. I'll have my son divorce her right now. What? You're divorcing them? Of course, my son and all of us were deceived. But if I do that, Josh will be the only one at home. Josh's income is not enough to support us. So you should come back home right now. No. Of course it's enough. Unlike me, Josh went to university and grad school and works for a big company. Josh's earning alone should be enough to support you and the family. But he earns less than I thought he did. I thought he'd be making around $100K a year working for a big company. But he only makes about $50K a year. That's about right for his age. I'd say he's making more than most people his age. I can't afford to be extravagant with that kind of money. Amanda used to send me $5,000 a month, but Josh says he can't do that. Even if he tried, it's only $1,000 a month. We can't live like that. Why don't you take this opportunity to change your life? I was paying $5,000 every month for it. Please, Amanda. If you come back, everything will be okay. I'll apologize for everything, but please come back to our home. Absolutely not. I don't want to be exploited by you again. No, 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 no. Why don't you two get your stuff together? I'm leaving and selling the house. What? You're selling the house? Don't tell me you forgot that the house is in my name. When the company went bankrupt and was about to take all of its assets with it, I put my name as a last resort. Oh! I'll take this opportunity to sell everything, so please leave the house, all of you. Oh my God, wait a minute. I can't believe you're selling out our precious house. I just want to get rid of the place and forget about everything. I wouldn't have done this if I hadn't been kicked out like this. But I'm so disappointed in the way everyone treated me. And I want to take this opportunity to cut ties with everyone. I want to sell everything that connects me to everyone. Oh no! It's too late to say anything now. Well then, I want you out of here by the end of the week. If you don't move out, I'll just take an excavator and drive it straight in. I heard that my brother and his wife officially divorced soon after. As for Anna, her parents blamed her for divorcing my brother, who said, "You have to work to pay for the money you have been sending us." However, Anna was also pissed off and responded, "Shut up! We could have avoided the divorce if you two worked harder." Now the three of them are job hunting for a full-time job. As for my parents, they're now staying with my brother Josh. But they can't live a fancy life like before. Josh told them, "If you don't work, even part-time, I'll kick you out of the house." And they both started working reluctantly. My parents occasionally contact me and say, "Please come back. We want to start over as a family." But I have ignored all of them.
Why did my mom call me crying after you went to her house?
Your mother is dramatic. I told her that I forgot to buy her chocolates because I was running late for my appointment. I got to her house. She scolded me for forgetting the chocolates. So, I offered to go back to the store and get them for her. But she said that there was no use because I'm useless. Then your little sister Jenny came back home from school, and she said that she was hungry, so I made her some food and had some for myself. I left enough food for your mom.
You can't leave cold food for my mother. What's wrong with you, Alicia? You are not the same woman that I married. These days you have crazy mood swings and you're forgetful.
I'm fine, honey. Look, I am sorry that I was having a bad day today, and I might have been a little mean to your mom.
That's not the problem. The problem is that you cooked her expensive lamb without asking for permission.
But Jenny said that I could and that she wanted some lamb.
So you're going to follow Jenny's orders? Why did she not cook for herself? She's 20 years old. You really disappointed me today.
I really am sorry. I only want what's best for the family. I am also not used to some of your family, so I apologize if it seems like I don't care about your mom and sister.
You better learn to respect them, or else I might have to do something that I don't want.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that you knew what kind of man I was when you married me. You knew how important my family was. You're the one that wanted us to have a house of our own when we got married. I indulged that, but you knew that my mom had arthritis and she needed to be taken care of.
Are you threatening me with divorce? Sebastian, I've been a loyal and loving wife to you for more than 3 years now. I take care of shopping for your mom and clean the house because your sister's busy with school. I suggested we move because your job was further away and we would save a lot of transport money.
Gosh, I know. Please tell me all the things you did and had to give up because of me. I'm not saying that I'll divorce you. I'm letting you know that if push comes to shove, and I have to choose between you and my mom, you know that blood is thicker than water.
I will give you some time to think about what you've said, because I sure as hell did not get threatened by my own husband. Hi, how are you doing today? Hi, Alicia. I'm feeling so much better today, but my joints are not that great. I was about to do some work in the garden, but I just cannot. There is not much work to be done, though. Must I come by and do the work, or I can send a gardener? Why waste money on a worker when my son's wife is here? How long are you going to stay at home and not work, though? I am looking for a job, but the market is not looking that good. At least I can use my skills as a career by taking care of you. No. Do not refer to you as some fragile patient. No, ma'am. I mean that since you're my mother-in-law and we're family, then taking care of you won't be a chore. Let me get up and eat something, then I'll come. Are you still in bed? It is high noon and you are in bed? Just get up and take a bath. We do not have that much time. After you're finished weeding my garden, you need to take me to church, and then I have a doctor's appointment later on. I also need you to order something for me on the internet on that eBasket website. I had a late night. That's why I'm still in bed, and it's barely 10 a.m. It's fine, I'll come without eating. We can order something to eat while I'm weeding the garden. Oh, and it's eBay. That's what I said. There are these pots that I saw, simply beautiful. Hurry up now. I do not have time. And that sister-in-law of yours is nowhere to be found. What a useless child. Of course, Mom. I'll be there immediately. Come back to the car this instant. You did not tell me that you had a doctor's appointment as well. I'm finished with mine and we have to go home. And why are you at the doctor's? You don't look sick to me. In fact, you look even plumper than before. We need to go home and buy stuff on eBasket or whatever it's called. Sorry, I cannot answer right now. I'm not feeling well. We'll text you when I come back. I am getting test results. Do not take all year. OMG, can you stop? I have been driving you around all day and I have not eaten anything but your shitty nutrition bars. And now I feel like I'll faint as I wait for the doctor to give me the results of the test. And I think something is seriously wrong with me, so give me a break. Babe.
What?
I think your mom took my car and went somewhere.
What do you mean? You're supposed to be with her today.
I left her in the parking lot at the doctor's because she refused to wait in the waiting room. When I came out, the car was gone.
Why did you leave her alone? What is wrong with you, Alicia? I know that you don't like my mom, but are you going to let her drive around to who knows where when she's not even supposed to be driving? If anything happens to my mom, then you and I are done.
I am sorry, babe. It was for a few minutes.
Why were you at the doctor's? Her appointment was at 12. Now it's past 1. You should have finished a long time ago.
That is what I wanted to let you know. I have not been feeling well.
What do you have, a fever? The runs? You could have told me to pick up meds for you.
This is not fair. If your sister had been home, then she could have come with me and helped out.
My sister is studying.
Studying what? Partying?
Get a cab right now and search the whole town for my mom. If you do not find her by the end of the day, then don't come home. You make it harder to love you every day. You're so ignorant, it's disgusting. And stop apologizing. It will not fix anything. Find my mother. Okay, Seb.
She was at Betty's house having tea. I got her home safe, made some food for her, and now she's falling asleep.
What do you expect, a thank you?
But babe, she was the one who ran off after I told her to wait for me. I was waiting for the test results. I've been trying to tell you this for ages.
Now it's not the time. I am coming to see my mother and pick you up. Tonight, I am having drinks with the guy, so don't wait up for me.
but I have something important to tell you. I have been trying to tell you this all day, and you promised me that you would take me to have dinner tonight unless you forgot. Or we could stay in. I could cook us a good meal, run us a bubble bath. Maybe we could play board games, watch a movie, unwind.
No, I don't want to spend time with you. I'm upset with you right now. And do not try to act like an angel. I saw the chats between you and my mom. How could you speak to her like that?
But my dear, I apologize. I was under a lot of stress.
That does not excuse it. Do not wait up for me.
Okay, dear.
I want a divorce.
Honey, what happened? Where are you? I've been trying to call you for the past hour. What's going on? We can fix this. I'm sorry about what happened.
The truth is that I do not love you anymore. And I know that you're pregnant, so this is an asshole move from me, but I cannot do this anymore. You're not the kind of person that I want to be the mother of my kids.
What? You're divorcing me because of your mom? I've turned down how many jobs because you told me that I needed to take care of her for just a bit longer, while your sister, who should be taking care of her, is gallivanting the streets.
My sister is studying so that she can have a better life.
I have been taking care of her as well. Did she not tell you that she just failed her last semester and that I was the one who helped her appeal so that she can rewrite? Or the fact that when she comes home in the morning with hangovers, I'm the one who helps her hide it from her mom? What of the weekends I have had to sleep here because I am afraid that something will happen to your mom because your sister will not be home? I clean, cook, and wash their clothes, and then I go back home and do the same for you so that you can come home to a warm house.
Look, I do not want to be with you anymore, and what happened yesterday helped me decide. Also, can you please abort that baby? You cannot be that far along.
You idiot of a man! I have not been gaining weight because I am pregnant. I have been sick all along because I have been diagnosed with diabetes.
It's not such a big deal, right?
With the way I'm being overworked, the doctor told me it could be chronic. That is why I wanted to talk to you. I wanted us to make a plan, maybe for us to move back in with your mom so that I at least will not have to travel as much.
And why are you only telling me this now? People will think I'm an asshole.
You are. You're a stupid little man, Sebastian, a mommy's little boy, to the highest order. And the fact that you would ever suggest that I should terminate if I had been pregnant, do you know that my blood pressure was through the roof when I went to the doctor?
I do not care about all that. I am going to send my sister to come to fetch my clothes. You better have them packed. I'm moving back in with my mom. I have been wanting to do this for months, but I fear that you might be pregnant. You have gained so much weight and become unattractive.
And who will look after your mom?
My sister and I will do it.
Okay, Seb, we're going to get divorced as it appears that you do not want me anymore. Hi, how are you, bro?
Hey, sis. What's up? We have not spoken in ages. How is my brother-in-law? You guys should visit soon.
Sebastian asked for a divorce today.
What? But you two are happy. What is it, another woman?
I do not know, but now I want to come back home and stay. I do not know what I will get out of the divorce, but I feel like there's a better health care in our hometown than here.
Are you sick?
I found out that I have diabetes yesterday. I was with his mother when I got the test results, so I told her to wait in the car. When I came back out, she had driven off to her friend's house. When I told him, he was extremely upset with me and called me names. When I found his mother, he did not thank me. He blamed me for everything.
Are you not working?
No, I told you I was working so that you wouldn't worry, but he has not allowed me to work. Every night I clean his house, and then early in the morning I go to his mom's house and clean, then come back and cook him a meal. If she calls, even if it's 2 a.m., I'm the one who gets up to go see her, because he'll have work the following day.
This is sick. Why did you not tell me?
I was afraid that you would tell me that you told me so. I know you're not his biggest fan.
I have never been a fan of any man that is involved with my little sister. You know that. But if I knew that scoundrel was treating you like a glorified maid, I would have beaten him black and blue. What will you do now?
I do not have money. I have some for medication, but insurance pays for so little insulin. I will try to find a job, maybe get a pro bono divorce lawyer, and at least get some alimony.
Do not worry about the divorce lawyer and the costs, and please let me know when you run out of money for food and your meds. I am sorry that I did not notice that you were going through this, but it's over now, my sister.
Thank you.
We will talk soon.
Guess who came to my work today?
Who?
My ex and his new girlfriend.
What do they want?
Since I blocked them everywhere, they tracked me down to find the remedy I used to make his mom for her arthritis. His girlfriend did not seem happy to see me.
Did you give them?
No, I'm not related to them anymore. Have they forgotten how they treated me? I was left with nothing after he moved out. I had to go through months of divorce where I thought I was going to walk away with nothing. But thanks to you and my lawyer, I never lost my strength. And now I'm back home where my family is.
I am sorry that you had to see that scumbag. Make sure he's banned from ever coming to your workplace ever again. How dare he after all that he put you through, so that he could marry a woman who was the exact copy of his mom.
Oh my word, you are wicked.
Do not tell me that you did not notice. Even the dressing is the same. You would think that he would have gotten an upgrade, not a downgrade.
And I heard that his sister no longer lives with them anymore after he started being controlling to her. But enough about them. I have a date tonight.
Yes, finally. You are back in the dating scene.
Only after being forced by my own brother and my friends.
We are only looking out for you. Or you have everything now. A new apartment, a job, and your health.
You were right. That man was holding me back big time. Alicia ended up meeting a very kind man that she is still dating. She currently works at an old age home taking care of old people. She sold the house that she and Sebastian had and moved back to her hometown. Sebastian is still dating a controlling woman who is just like his mom, and he is even more miserable than ever now.